So well and truly in to the business end of the tournament, as they say, with Japan and the New Zealand Cavalier girls in Japan with a stunning performance in the quarterfinal, if not the performance of the tournament so far. With an impressive game to knock the New Zealand under-18s out, who will play off for 5th and 6th. And for the New Zealand Cavalier girls, what an opportunity. Taylor Curtis is in co-commentary.
Absolutely. We get an opportunity to see some more star players out here in front of a crowd that is starting to pack in around this field. And again, like you alluded to, Japan, their game against New Zealand under-18s earlier, they took their opportunities against a side that only had 5 players on the field, but man, they did it with some class. And we expect a tough competition between both these sides. Nothing's better than semi-finals, Ken.
Yeah, exactly. 14 minutes away for one of these two teams to advance. And the start from Taniyama and New Zealand Cavalier girls through Gray's first possession. She brings it just short of the halfway. Now the Cavaliers shift out wide, putting some pressure. Jin Yedamir with the offload for Jin, who carries again now. They shift. This is a nice start from the New Zealand Cavaliers, but then they make an error with the ball. McGee tidies up. The Japan defence holds. Now look, they're organised, they're up together. And a lovely offload in the tackle. The Cavaliers. Now they're a chance. And then the ball going behind Yedamir. Not able to keep it in the field of play.
What an exciting start from this New Zealand Cavaliers side. Just be able to shift the ball from edge to edge. Like you said, they look well organised. Everyone's on the same page. They know that they want to get it to the edges and spread the Japan defence, because that is what Japan is good at, is their defence. You know that they'll be swarming all over you if you give them the chance.
So more possession for the New Zealand Cavaliers. It's a minute 50 up on the clock. They haven't had the ball yet, Japan. So Norman at halfback for the Cavaliers. McGee, second receiver, with a tip on for Jin. And the ball out the back door. It's loose on the ground. And Japan. So 2 minutes and 15 seconds before they finally get their hands on the ball, and they go on the front foot. Straight away, Japan. They came initially towards this right side, and then they change the direction. Oh, that's gone forward, trying to tip the ball on too quickly.
Just a slight error there from Kataoka. She just knew that there was a massive overlap. 3-on-1 on the outside, and just wanted to get there as soon as possible. But Japan, they've done well to be able to disrupt the Cavaliers just slightly, using half the field. They should be able to spread it a little bit more wider.
Norman hustled at the back of the scrum. Now Jin running across the face of the Japan defence, and then turns the ball on the inside. The Cavaliers' time with the ball starting to have an effect on the Japan defence. Now the Cavaliers shift again. Jin on the left edge. Nice carry from Norman. Now Gray plays halfback. Very good ball control and continuity from the Cavaliers. Have to be very patient to break down this Japan defence. Now Gray, narrow, not a lot of room. They're over the ball. Japan win for themselves a penalty, and their first real use of the ball. Kataoka cut down from behind. And now they shift. Shimamura just throws the ball back. This is basically still their first time with the ball. Good tackle, lovely offload and a right foot step. And then Japan concede a penalty.
Well, great effort from the Japan side to make themselves up that far down the field. It's really hard to defend for the Cavaliers, being disrupted with the offloads and the tackle.
Now the Cavaliers from inside their own quarter. Very impressed with the Cavaliers. They mightn't have scored or broken the line, but they're very composed and very patient with the ball. Manasseh, good clean out, good ruck, good meters from the base from the Cavaliers. Nice job, Gray. It's away from the first defender. Another one comes. But they concede a penalty. They got some tenacity in defence, Japan.
Massive play there. That was crucial to cut down Gray. That was having a good run down the sideline there. Kataoka, with all her work ethic that she's bringing to the side, it's going back to back with both these teams coming up with crucial plays. 5 minutes into this game, there's still no points to show, but plenty of action.
We're coming up 6 minutes. Cavaliers have had the ball best part of 5 minutes and 30 seconds. This is just Japan's second time with the ball in the half now. Taniyama with a little tip on down that left side. And Japan, great job, great finish. Nishi around closer to the post. And when you consider how little ball they've had, and they lead by 5 points to 0, it's a great effort from Japan.
Well, that's the thing. They executed straight off to set piece, and that's exactly what you want to be doing. They did a nice little wrap move there. Shimamura be able to transfer the ball to the outside where the winger was waiting. Nishi, she still had to work for a little bit of pace to burn in that last remaining effort. But Japan, they were patient, but they striked while they could when they got the chance.
Well, they've had the ball for 30 seconds total, would be my guesstimate. And look at that beautiful wrap around. That is class at rugby from under 18 girls, Taylor.
Absolutely. Well, you've got Maruyama, the number 9, who took the ball straight off and put Taniyama into some space as well. They all had a part to play in that.
As they say in the game, doesn't matter how long you have the ball for, it's what you do with it that matters. And Japan have just given us an example of that. Another good tackle. And then the Japan player was dived on while she was on the ground, which is a penalty. Now they go again and they shift right to left. Ohashi at halfback. Now Taniyama tips the ball back on the inside. It's off the leg, so it's not a knock on. Back-to-back tries for Japan. Nozawa.
Well, Nozawa might be getting that try, but you can definitely say the efforts of Ohashi as well as Taniyama, they were 2 and 3, working incredibly hard there to keep the ball alive. It's just the fact that this Japan side has a little bit of depth and they've got the ability to read the pitches that are in front of them, to identify the space nice and early, really puts the NZ Cavaliers on the back foot.
Well, there's been a first half that defies logic. Would be the best way I would describe it. New Zealand Cavaliers have had all the ball, they've had all the field position, probably enjoy advantage with penalties, and they find themselves down 12-0. What a great game at half time.
You can see there, Ken, a lot of the players were leading their own halftime discussion there, and we've seen that plenty of times in these teams here, which is great initiative from the coaches. They give them the messages pre-game, but make maybe a couple of different messages at halftime, but definitely is led by the players.
Japan under enormous pressure in the first half, maintain their composure and concentration, especially in defence. And now they start to enjoy some time with the ball. Kataoka blocked on the left edge, so they come back to the right side, Japan. And the ball not released by Taniyama. Oh, the New Zealand Cavaliers. Taito back on the inside. Taito over the ball, Japan. Player lost their feet, so it's a penalty to the Cavaliers. Norman is trying to slip the tackle, but it's completed in the end by Ochida. Now they come back, the right side, Gray. Ball goes behind Taito. Good tackle, good low tackle from Japan. Stop that attack in its tracks. They try again down the left edge now, Jin. Well, with a pass that doesn't find Uramiya. So this will be a possession for Japan.
Oh, just a little unfortunate there in front of Uramiya. Well, we know that she's got some speed. She made her Auckland FPC debut this year. Only so young as well. Under 17 years old. But you don't want to give Japan any of the ball because you can see what they can do with like 30 seconds.
Yes, indeed, and look at them coming forward off a set play, and they deliberately changed the point of attack on the first phase. They came towards the middle, Hashi, all the way. What a brilliantly put together try from the Japan team off a set play, deliberately to the middle on the first phase, and then straight back the blind to catch the New Zealand Cavaliers short. Good try.
Absolute textbook work from the Japan side. They've already scored from set piece with their first one out wide in the first half, and now again in the second. That's the thing, you don't want to give away a penalty or a chance for them to get down the field, because as soon as they go to their set piece, they know exactly what they want to try to achieve. And a little show and go for extras as well from Ohashi.
Well, that is a...
Well, this is the move we called. It was just a nice late cut, but everyone had bounced back and got enough depth to be able to get the ball back through the hands. And there's that smile on Sika Ohashi.
That's the staple diet of the Olympic gold medalists, Fiji. To the middle, then immediately back the blind with everybody resetting, and they win their own kickoff Japan. They've taken this game to another level, and the penalty and the quick tap. They've got the Cavaliers on the back foot again. And now inside the 10 is Shimamoto.
Well, that's what we mentioned before. They've already called the scrum, and that's what you do not want to give away to this side. But how good have they been off the kickoff? They're going up, the contesting, and they're pretty much winning the ball almost every time. We saw it against the New Zealand under-18s in the earlier game, and again, it's been one of their staples, and here's another.
Well, in the New Zealand game, the longer the game went on, the better they got. That's happened exactly here. That ball's gone forward. A rare error from Japan. It's the little knock on. So the Cavaliers, who had the ball for 6 minutes and 30 seconds in the first half, will be a little bit puzzled by the fact they're down by 19 points to 0. Such as the organisation and tenacity of this Japan defence.
Well, absolutely. Ken, like you said, they've got a chance now to just relieve a bit of pressure, but you're straight onto your 22. You know how good Japan are in their defence.
Oh, and they compete at the scrum. They concede the penalty, Japan, but you saw they put the heat on at scrum time as well. 6-on-7 at the moment still. Cavaliers are a player down, and they have to come from inside their own 22. Again, the Japan defence. Is on point. It's Cavaliers, they're looking, trying to find some space. Another defender's there, this time Ochida. So they recycle. Look at this Japan defensive line, they're up quick, forcing a kick, which is charged down, scooped up by Japan, and they have delivered a try. Shimamoto, who's been such a hard-working defender, is rewarded with a try.
Well, you called it, Ken. You could see the defensive line was coming out from the outside like an umbrella, forcing the Cavaliers. No options but to kick with no one behind. But what a charge down from Shimamoto, and a nice gather, composed as well on the run. How good from them.
I don't want to overstate, they're only kids. We're watching a world-class under-18s team. Japan disposed of the tournament favourites in the quarterfinal. They're going to keep their opponents, the New Zealand Cavaliers, to 0 in the semi-final, and they're going to take a truckload of confidence into the final.
Great pressure that Japan have put on them. They haven't let any of it off, considering they're well and truly ahead.
They go short. Mariner. The yellow card.
What a take, though, under the high ball. Both of them fully committed to that. Both eyes on the ball.
So Miyoshi will sit down for interfering with a player in the air. And the Cavaliers with full time up on the clock, trying to make something special of this situation, but the Japan defense, Shimamoto again making the tackle, and Japan over the ball. All rights, win the penalty. And Ohashi says, we're not here to entertain the crowd, we're just in here to win and advance to the final. What a performance from Japan.
Absolutely. They're such breathtaking athletes to go out there and see them put a clinic out there, completely take control. But although they've got plenty of points on there for attack, it's the defense as well that is just as lethal.